Hello all and welcome back to Cooking with Debbie Quick. Today we are making a beef stew for dinner and these are the ingredients that I'll be using, and I'll give you a closer look at what I have here on the table in a second. Here's a closer look at some of the ingredients that I'll be using in my stew. Keep in mind that the vegetables don't have to be what I have here. You could use whatever kind of carrots you want. I like shredded. I always have them in the house. I do like to incorporate fresh vegetables, and I do like to make it a little more colorful, so that's why I've added some corn as well as my green and orange and the red meat. So let's get started. In my first step, I did cut up my meat into more bite-sized pieces because the pieces in the package were too big, and now that they're in their bite-sized pieces, I'm putting them in the bowl with some flour, and I'm just getting a nice light coat of flour on them. So what I do is I'll add some meat, and then I'll toss some flour, a little bit more meat, and then I'm just gonna mix it up until I get all the meat so that it's nicely lightly coated. And then in our next step we'll fry it up in the frying pan. So here's a nice close-up so that you can see how well it looks while it's nicely lightly coated. You don't want to put too much, and you don't need to be perfect about it either. This will just help with the tenderizing of the meat, as well as thickening the sauce or gravy that we're going to use. I have added some extra virgin olive oil to my pan, and I let that heat up for a minute. So now it's time to go ahead and add in my beef cubes. And I didn't let it get too hot because I didn't want it to be splattering all over and causing a fire. Put that in. Let's see if I can get it all in. I think the pan's big enough for it all. And try to do it without getting, the extra flour at the bottom of the bowl in there. Okay, so that's perfect. We'll give this just a couple minutes. What I'll do is I'll stir occasionally and just kind of brown up all sides. It doesn't have to be cooked all the way through, just lightly brown. So just kind of do this on a medium-high heat and stir occasionally. My meat is now nicely browned, and so I'm going to set this to the side and start getting my stew mix ready. In my large saucepan, I've added in 11 cups of water, and I have it heating up. And so now I have 3 packets of beef stew mix that I'm going to add, but you can season your stew however you choose. The packets say to use 3 cups per packet, but I like to use a little extra water because some of that water will evaporate in the process of cooking. Especially since I'm going to let my meat sit in here and simmer for, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 hours. I'm starting a little later than I expected, so I'll probably let it sit and simmer for about 5 hours. The longer you let the meat simmer, the more tender it tends to get. So now I'll stir this in, and I'm going to go ahead and I'll grab the beef cubes and add that in as well. Adding in the beef cubes now is going to be a little bit tricky because I don't want to splatter or make too much of a mess. So I'm going to use this little scoop here with the holes in it. This does help a little bit because then you can kind of just get it right in there. And it takes a few minutes. Well, not a few minutes, but at least a minute. It's tempting to just go ahead and scrape the rest down, but then that will definitely splatter. Like, see? So that's why I'll do it like this. We'll get all that meat in there. And I'm going to stir this all up. And then what I'll do is I'll let this heat up, and once it's nicely heated, I will reduce the heat. I will cover it, and I will let it simmer for roughly 5 hours. And the important thing you want to do is make sure to stir occasionally, because you don't want the meat or any of that flour or anything to get stuck at the bottom. So what I do is I use, well, my spoon's a little messy already, but I use one of these spoons with the flat tip there, because that makes scraping the bottom a little bit easier. Okay, so with that, I will see you back in about 5 hours. My stew has been simmering for the past 5 hours. So now it's time to kind of turn up the heat a little bit. A nice little stir. You see the meat here. Look at that, looks wonderful. And you can see that the water line has gone down. I knew that would evaporate a little bit. That's why I added 2 extra cups of water. So now let's go ahead and add in the potatoes. And you'll want to try to do this very carefully, because you don't want to cause this to splatter all over the place. So I'm using this spoon here. This works pretty good. And I did cut up these potatoes just a little while ago, but you can cut them up early and just let them sit in water in the fridge if you don't want to wait until the last minute to do so. Okay, so that's perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that heat back up, and then I'm going to continue to cook this for roughly 35 to 40 minutes, and at that point I will add the vegetables. It has been roughly 35 minutes, and so now it is time to come in with my vegetables. I did get everything ready. Look how colorful that is, and you can see in there all that color going on in there. So now let's see if I could do this without splattering or making a mess everywhere. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Of course, this is always the tricky part. Let's go ahead and give that a nice good stir. Get that mixed in there really well. I'll turn off the heat for a little bit since that's cold, and I'm adding that into the nice hot gravy there. And look at this. You can see that meat is just falling apart in there. It just looks awesome. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will continue to cook this for roughly 10 more minutes. Stir in occasionally. You especially want to make sure to stir now, because you don't want anything sticking to the bottom. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Dinner is now done. It looks and smells absolutely amazing. I have been smelling this all day, and I cannot wait to dig in. Look at this. The meat is just falling apart. It's so tender. Oh, I can't wait. And all these colorful vegetables in there. Oh, that's gonna be so good. Nice hearty dinner to hit the spot on this chilly winter day. Here it goes. It's time to serve some of this out for myself. Oh my gosh, that just looks so good. Make sure we get a little bit of everything in there. Some meat, some potatoes, and vegetables. Okay, that is perfect. Dinner is now served and ready to be enjoyed. Have a great night, everyone.